Well, hello there, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Soviet Core. This time we are actually playing in the Battle of Minsk. For those of you that don't know about the Battle of Minsk, this is one of the first battles when the Germans finally attacked the Russians. Remember, there was the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. They thought they were allies, but the Germans soon let the Russians know that this was not the case. Now, we've just finished the deployment phase, which looks pretty awesome, and all we really need to do is hold Bialystok, of course, if we can. We want to hold all of these areas if possible, and most importantly, we just have to defend this area. It's not so important that we take any enemy areas, but we really need to hold Bialystok itself. I believe this is Minsk. It says it's the Battle of Minsk, but maybe it's the Battle of Bialystok. We'll have to see. Alright, let's end the deployment phase now. And it looks like the Germans are already starting to fire. Some nasty little Nebelwerfers. A lot of these units, by the way, I did not deploy. A lot of these units were already out on the battlefield. So that's why you can see, like, these guys here, they're not in the greatest health. We've also got a lot of fighter planes, but we have no airfields to hold these fighter planes. So as you can see, they're going down very quickly. And this is kind of how the battle starts, with an overwhelming amount of German air superiority. Here we go, destroying all of these planes. And hopefully we can at least take out a lot of these Bf-109s just by using our anti-aircraft guns. But you can see that the overwhelming aerial superiority of the Germans right now is terrifying. It really is. Nice! Just got ambushed by a KV-1 and we didn't do any damage? Come on, guys. You gotta fire better than that. And you can see this is the German blitzkrieg, guys. I mean, it doesn't get any rougher than this. They're just rushing through, destroying all of our, basically our defenses, our initial defenses, very basic defenses, of course, initially. Our main forces here in the center, and we have to hope that we can put up a good fight and beat these guys back. Actually surprised that armored car got a few hits. You know what? That was pretty glorious of him, I must admit. But as you can see, the northern cities are being taken by the Germans with ease. It's not going to be at all hard for them to take them. And they might even be able to destroy this armored car. If not, though, I wouldn't mind having them waste all their attacks on one armored car. Once again, they missed. This guy's a really, really fast little armored car. Wonderful. And as you can see, they're already moving in the Panzerschütze motorbikes and taking over this area. Excuse me, the Kraftschütze. Alright, there we go. So we're still putting up a fight in some of these smaller cities, but I'm not sure if it's worth sending reinforcements here. We have enough money to send reinforcements there, and maybe it's not such a bad idea to make their job harder, but as you can see, that's not going to happen. We could, however, reinforce these guys. Here we go, guys. It is Minsk, I was right, and it is now our turn to dish out some damage. First things first, we've got to go after these German planes. Absolutely have to. And unfortunately, we started off with a very, very weak Air Force. So what we can do is try and damage this Air Force as much as possible, at least. And let them know that we're not going to let them into Soviet airspace without a major amount of incoming fire for them, at least. There we go. 4 down. That's the kind of shooting I'm looking for. Could also fire on this guy, but actually I'd rather fire over here at the Junkers. Junkers is going to bomb us. The fighters can't really do much except attack our planes. They could, of course, do a lot of damage to our men, but I'm not too concerned. Here we go, opening fire. And I'm definitely going to try to save this guy. He has been an awesome little surprise, I guess you could say, in this battle for us. We're going to move this tank up, of course, the KV-2, to face the German Panzer IVF, and we might even move up our infantry. I'm not sure how much damage our infantry could do. None at all. We would get absolutely annihilated, so we're not going to do that. But we do want to get prepared with some of our infantry. Let's move some of them out. As for our artillery, I'm just going to keep targeting the enemy and hoping that I get a lucky shot here eventually. And let's see if we have any more. No, that's good. Pretty much. Still got another artillery piece, but he's out of range. Same with our Katyusha. And as for this Alcazar NKVD unit here, we have to get him some reinforcements. But let me first see if we could do any damage here. Yeah, it's not bad. And I might pull out Alcazar NKVD unit. Open fire on this guy right here. That was actually a great shot, taking out 3 of the enemy. And then I'm going to bring the Katyusha forward, and hopefully we can fire the Katyusha this turn. Sadly, no, but we can at least get these tanks out, and I'm pretty sure these T-34s are not going to sit well with the enemy. There we go, guys, destroying our first enemy target. It was just a Panzer IIc, but you know what? It's better than nothing. That's the way I see it, at least. As for this guy, move him over here. And just look at all of those German planes. So we really need to take a look here. For instance, this Polikarpov, for some reason, even though we have the prestige points, we're not able to provide anything for it. We're not even able to reinforce it. All we can really do is provide ammunition. We can't even provide fuel. So I'm thinking that this is just part of the campaign, and there's not really much we can do with the Polikarpov. That's fine. I don't mind. In the meantime, same with these guys, the regular units. We can't provide replacements for them. So all we have to do is just hope for the best. Now, we can bring in another Russian plane here, and we're definitely going to target this guy right here. Look at that! Wow, the Lag 3 is going to get severely owned by the enemy plane no matter what we do. So you know what? I'm actually going to approach from the north and try to attack together with this other Lag 3. Right now, obviously, the Soviets are not nearly as strong as the Germans are, and it's going to make our job a little harder, I'll be honest with you. A few of these guys we can send to the front, but most of them are going to have to hang out back here. Come on, Katyusha. You're definitely coming. So are the 17th Regulars. And I'd love to send this bomber out as well. Let's send this guy out. Target some enemy troops. And we're going to do the same with the Yakolev, the Yak-1. So I'm hoping that next turn we should be able to put a pounding there on all of those German positions. I'm also going to be moving this AT gun out, or excuse me, this AA gun, shame on me, because this is obviously going to provide support against the enemy. Now, I wanted to reinforce this city right here with the 13th Regulars, but as you can see, once again, can't provide any replacements for these guys. It's really unfortunate, but I do think we could purchase a few more units. If not, we just have to wait for our command pool to open up a little bit, and then we will be bringing in a lot of units, guys. I promise you that. What about this? I'm maybe extending my line a little too much, but I think this is going to work. We're actually moving our mountain troops out onto a river, and it's funny, we made the Panzer IIIF retreat, but it wasn't really that effective. I'm going to move this infantry forward as well, and if we can grab this infantry, we'll move him closer to the city of Bialystok. The last thing we need is for the enemy to suddenly get smart here in Bialystok and start opening fire. But I'm actually going to put an artillery piece here to provide even more firepower against the enemy. This should work a lot. Let's see if we have any other units we can use. A lot of them are on their way. Definitely going to move this mountain unit up. Anyone that's not 5. Those guys can just remain in the cities and basically defend them to the end. We actually do still have a AT unit here, an AA unit, excuse me, so I'm going to move him up. And I hope that this guy will get closer to our bunker, because I'd love to do some damage to the enemy with our bunkers. But right now, sadly, this unit is totally ineffective against their planes. Let's end the turn, see what the Germans have up their sleeves. Of course, they're going to bring in their Junkers. I mean, this is exactly what the Germans did on the attack of Russia. They came in with exceptional air superiority and armor superiority and just absolutely blitzkrieg the hell out of these guys. There we go. He's attacking the Lag, and that might be the best fire we get on the enemy planes is our defensive fire right now. There we go, totally taking out one of the Lag planes, and it doesn't look very good for them. But at least they're focusing on our fighters and ignoring our ground forces for now. 2 entire squadrons down, and that bomber might not make it either. Definitely not. Alright, that's what I don't like, is the fighter planes trying to take out ground targets. If we could stop that from happening, it's going to make our job a lot easier here. And let's see if we can take out one of these huge panzers. I feel like we have a lot of tanks in this area. We should be able to do some significant damage, but only time will tell, guys. It's going to be our reinforcements getting wasted for sure. And that advance is fast, guys. Nice! Good job by the mountain troops right there. And we're definitely going to have to bring a lot of reinforcements to these guys. Wow, so look at that, guys. An amazing amount of men. But there we go. We just got some reinforcements. It looks like we got some air reinforcements and VVS. I'm not sure how good these guys are, but I can't wait to try them out in battle. So we're going to bring the... these are MiG-3s. Oh, yeah. These guys know how to fight. So the MiG-3s should be able to turn the tide in the air war a little bit, at least. Let me open fire on who I deem to be the weakest of these fighter planes. And we're going to go ahead and bring in... We already had a unit here, a Yakolev. I want to see how he's going to do against the enemy planes. Not really that well, actually, but I'm going to carry out the attack anyway. Come on, men. The German planes are just too fast for us. What can I say? We can still, however, hit that beautiful bomber, and it looks like we totally missed him, but good try nonetheless, men. And let's go ahead and deal with the tanks ahead of us. We could also deal with this guy back here. He's troubling me. So let me actually open fire on him. Let's first suppress him a little bit. I might even hit him with some infantry. In fact, I might hit him from a city, or at least stay in the city. Let's open fire with the KV-2. Nice! 5 down. That's an exceptional shot. I'm going to move the... Actually, no, I'm going to keep that guy there. What am I doing? I want to keep the Katyusha where he is. Let's open fire on this guy across the way. And I'm going to keep attacking him with these mountain troops. He thought it was going to stop. No way. We're going to continue our mountain troop attack from the river. Again, it's not the greatest position to be attacking from. And actually, no. It's now time to pull back with our mountain troops. So let's actually, let's move them over here. And we could actually do some damage to this armored car. But first, I want to open fire on this guy right here. And this is going to be, of course, a Panzer IV-F tank. Wow, totally missed. Our guys have to do a lot better than that, but I am going to attack this unit and actually manage to hit the armored car without taking any damage ourselves. So that's pretty good. Let's see if we can bring any reinforcements to this guy. Yes, we can. Bring some replacements. We could probably bring replacements to this guy too, but what's the point? And this is, of course, one of the T-34 units that arrived with the scenario. We can't really do anything to provide any replacements for him. However, Alka, we definitely want to get him some reinforcements, so let's do that. And I'm also going to move this unit of reinforcements forward to hopefully target some of this enemy infantry. All right, we'll move this guy back a bit. So I'm going to attack with the T-34. 4! That's a lot of damage. And once again, we're going to open fire. It's a rough attack, but I'm trying to decide whether or not it's worth it. I think it's not. I think we're actually just going to keep him there for now. We've got finally a Yakolev that can fight, or a Polikarpov that can fight, but he's down to 4. We can't bring him reinforcements. I'll see what he can do. Absolutely nothing. So let's move him behind the enemy lines and at least see what the situation is back here. We'll use him as a little impromptu scout, if that makes any sense. And we can now open fire on the enemy tanks. And these bunkers are rough. Look at that. Definitely fighting against the Panzer IVs and doing a lot of damage. I'm annoyed we can't get reinforcements for this T-34, but we'll just have to deal with the situation. Alright, we'll move this Katyusha up because he's not getting very good shots from here. And we're also going to move forward the 1st Soviet Engineers. Yeah, we're going to attack their infantry. It's going to be a rough fight, but actually we did pretty well. Again, this is the first time the Germans have attacked, so our men are not prepared for this at all. And that's one of the biggest problems in this situation. Well, I might even bring down some of our weaker units just to assist, but I think I'll keep them here. Then again, you know, at the same time, it's probably in our best interest to bring everybody we can down to this area because we have to defend these objectives. So maybe, who cares about these cities? Let's get out of here and send everybody towards the objectives as soon as possible. Come on, men, faster for Mother Russia. Glory. Also got a lot of AT guns that are willing to move. Once again, in fact, I'll send this guy out here so he can try to hit a ground target. Be great if we could get 1 kill on an enemy tank. And let me see if we can actually purchase any units. Yes, we can, guys. And you better bet we're going to get a KV-2. We already have a few on the field, but we can never do without at least one more, I think. So I'm going to drop the KV-2 right there. Not the greatest position for him because he's on the river, but it's going to have to do. I'm also considering getting more artillery, but I'll let Alka let me know if I should. He's usually really good at this stuff, so we'll see what he says. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry about that sound in the background. We're undergoing some major renovations here in the building, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue in the next few videos. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have some plans for next turn. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day.